What is going on, ProjectRE? We are outside our development site where we built a single family house about 2,400 square feet, and we permitted and sold off a separate detached DADU to increase our profit on these deals. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit right now. So in metro areas, density has become a huge thing. In Washington state alone, they banned single family housing, right? So they want you to put more units in. That means adding things like ADUs, DADUs, and it's good for developers as well, because what it does is it gives us a bigger buildable surface for us to create more units and create more value, which allows us to revenue sites a lot easier. So what's the numbers on this? So when we got this property, it was sold to us for $675,000. There was a house on it, and we could either put a DADU in the back, or we looked at what highest and best use was, which was actually not renovating the house, knocking it down, permitting the new house, and then building it in the back. So when you are looking at those things for highest and best use, it comes down to what's your purchase price, how long the duration of the deal is going to be, what's your cash invested, and then what's your overall cash on cash return. By knocking it down, we're making about 20% more on our cash on cash return. So that's the reason we went with that plan. We'll do either one, but it will really change your numbers. So always be versatile as an investor and get ready to go. But a really cool site here. One thing I want to show off is my business partner planned this out. Pretty cool. Little extra flavor. As we get into numbers, we can also get into the bathroom from here. So a really cool slat wall was built in for design. You come through your entryway, gives it a vibe, right? The vibe's gonna get you the higher price. Then little extra details will get you a bigger vibe and a bigger price, more importantly. It's a really cool design. We got our powder room tucked in here, toilets, but no one has to see this ugly door, and we can keep the entrance badass. So very cool floor plan, really tall ceilings on the main floor, 20 feet or 24 feet roughly. That makes the building feel bigger, right? So when you have tall ceilings and you're designing out your sites, this matters. The bigger this unit feels, the more light it feels in, the better price you're gonna get. So tall ceilings, we had polished concrete floors on the main floor, and then the kitchen was finished off with darker wood grain cabinets, a little bit upgraded at that point, natural stone countertops, and an upgraded range package. This is really cool, guys. So, bringing in different outside elements into your property, these little details, right? We just saw the bathroom there. Then this is an arch, and you don't really think about it much, right? But many times people are coming in and they're going with a theme of modern, but then there's so many different ways you can do it. We went with more of eclectic here, darker cabinets, darker counters. Adding these little arches and then matching them with the sconce lights. You got to tie the whole thing together. Just gives it a little bit of a different flavor. It looks different than a lot of the homes. And so it kind of plays into a different style and brings in a little bit of Art Deco in there. And so it just, by having those little touches, people will pay you more. So let's check out the upstairs. Again, this cool slat wall just gives you that architectural design element. It comes up into an open air loft that looks down into your living room here. And then on this first floor, or the second floor, excuse me, we have a full bathroom, which has been completely updated with some killer tile and finishes. We got terrazzo floors, natural stone countertops, a nice tight line tile to tie all the design through. It looks really good. And as we make our way through, we have 2 bedrooms on the main floor here. And then let's go check out where the primary is. So the primary suite is actually, it's got a really cool vibe to it for numerous different reasons. You got a loft off your primary. This allows people to work from home, do whatever they want, and when they come outside their primary, and primaries and kitchens are what sell houses, right? The kitchen had nice tall ceilings. It felt really good, nice natural light. When you come out your primary now, you got a view, you got a nice airy open air space to where it feels big. So this was finished off, open air loft, little deck you can come out, hang out on, have your coffee. Laundry room on the top floor. Why? Because the kids usually aren't doing the washer and dryer, the parents are. So we wanted to make it convenient over there. And as you get into the primary, again, killer design, nice tall ceilings, extra window lighting comes in, always bring your light in. And then we have a new primary bath, toilet, double vanity sink, and then this killer shower here where you can either take your shower or do your tub, whatever you want to do. This is a really good design because it's architecturally appeasing and it utilizes space well. A lot of times when you have a 5-piece bath like this, You need a little bit wider space. So with townhomes, it's a little bit tighter dimension, so it allows for good flow. Primary suite off here, and then let's check this thing out. This is our DADU. I would love to show you photos of it, but we already sold it. Sold like hotcakes. It sold in the first 3 hours of being listed. So this product is really good for resale right now. Why? They're the same price, if not cheaper than townhomes right now. People get their own space with their own unique yard. They don't share walls for sound. And in addition to, they feel like they have their own little house. People will always pay more for privacy. And so this is a huge fad in Seattle. They sell really, really well. But things to think about when you're selling your DADU property, because it will have huge impacts on your swings, is there parking? That can be a 10% hit on your price. Is there a yard? That's another 10% hit on your price. So when you're going to look at maybe getting into these DADU deals, because the margins are huge, I get why you're doing them, we're doing them too, you gotta be careful on the data and the comps. Make sure you are comping the properties for like. That property sold for $750 because it had no parking. If we would have had a parking spot, we could have maybe got $850 out of it. That's a huge swing in price. We underwrote that correctly because we already discounted it down. We went to sell. Actually, our target price was $675 when we bought it. But as long as you underwrite it correctly, you can build any type of site. Just know that the pricing will change. You don't want to make that big swing. It can make a big difference.